Do you know what I hate most about cowboy boots? It's the argument over the terminology in the cowboy boot industry. Let's get into it. So I got into cowboy boots in an area where they just weren't very popular, right? Upstate New York is where I was born and raised, and you just don't see very many cowboy boots around or people wearing them on a regular basis, right? So as I started to learn about cowboy boots, I pretty much based everything that I learned off of what I found online and the terminology that was used to describe the boots online. I read about the shaft of the boot, right? This part, which is the top. I read about different toe styles, like snip toe, for example. But once you start to get deeper into the cowboy boot community and industry, you find that there is an enormous debate over what these terms actually are. For example, cowboy boot makers and older enthusiasts say that this part of the boot is called the top, not the shaft, right? And that's because of several reasons. Part of it is because of top stitching. The person who stitches the top of the boot is called a top stitcher, all right? And also snip toe is technically called a box toe of sorts. But when you look on major boot manufacturer websites, what's there? Snip toe. It's organized by toe, and snip toe is an organization category for the boots. So when you're confronted with this debate of what a toe style actually is based off of your research online, are you wrong? No. This is one of the biggest problems that I have with the cowboy boot industry in general. Now, the big brands have spent a lot of money marketing these terms to us, okay? As a marketer myself, I base my language off of the language that is most popularly used. So, for example, let's just take this to Google. If you search cowboy boot shafts in Google, you get exactly what we're talking about. If you search cowboy boot tops, what you get instead is a fake cowboy boot that people put over their sneakers to make it look like they're wearing cowboy boots. It's pretty ridiculous. Again, here we go. If you search cowboy boot snip toe, you get exactly the style of toe that you're looking for. If you search cowboy boot box toe, you do not. Okay? So, based off of search data, I am going to use the terms that are most popularly used because that's what Google does. It looks at the language of everybody and links it back to most likely the position of the boot that it thinks you're talking about, okay? And because when you say cowboy boot shaft, it points directly to this on the search. That's what it is now, whether you like it or not. So, if you want to sell boots in the 21st century and you want to call a snip toe something other than a snip toe, good luck selling boots as far as I'm concerned. If you can, God bless you. If you can't, don't complain that snip toe is not the actual name for a snip toe when it has been marketed to everybody that it is. So, also top stitcher. A top stitcher, if you want to get into this argument a little bit, a top stitcher is anybody who makes a stitch that is visible on the outside of anything. So there are top stitchers in hats, there are top stitchers in pants, right? The stitching that you can see right here on my jeans is technically top stitching because you can see it, because it is visible on the top of the garment. So just because this is top stitching does not make this part of the boot a top as far as I'm concerned. Bring it, everybody. That's just what I'm saying. If you want your terminology to be correct, then you have to put money behind it, or a big brand or a popular person who wears the boot is gonna run away with that language. And now, whether you like it or not, there are two terms for these things. I'm fine with calling these tops. I'm fine with calling them shafts. Either one. But because shafts is more popular, based off of the data that Google gives me, that's what I'm gonna call it. What do you guys think about this little debate over the terminology, over the parts of the boot? And if somebody tells you that you're wrong based off of the terminology that you have read about online, send them this video, because this is a debate that just needs to end. We need to get past what the parts of the boots are called and just say, oh, I know what you're talking about, and then continue our great conversation about cowboy boots. Let me know what you think in the comments. My name is Jeremiah Craig. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. I'm not saying that Google is always right. I'm just saying we need to stop the fight. I don't care if you say tops or shafts, but this debate needs to end, and I mean fast. End it fast, folks. Let's just talk about cowboy boots. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.